ADDA-SR, those initials stand for Attention Deficit Disorders Association Southern Region. And so what that means is we cast a wide net. While ADDA-SR is based in Houston and many of our members live in the greater Houston area, we actually have membership in both individuals and professionals from around the state and around the region.
Originally, there was not a lot of information in circulation about ADHD. So at the time that ADDA was founded, it was an important source of incredible information for folks when information was hard to find. And in fact, there were still a lot of people, even professionals, who denied the very existence of ADD and ADHD.
When my son was first diagnosed in 1984, my husband had to go to the medical bookstore in the medical center here in Houston to get what was a clinician's book by Barkley on ADHD. That was the only guide we had. So even though I have a master's in education, we were way in over our heads. And that's one of the reasons we got involved with ADDA, was so we had support groups and educational events. And I think it's so important that the parents and those that work with them become educated. So it's just a much easier life if you understand it. It's not willful behavior. They're not trying to make everybody miserable, and it doesn't disappear after they're 10 years old.
Attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder of all types, whether an individual is struggling with attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder themselves, or they are impacted from a family member having ADHD, it is a lifelong learning process.
I have two sons, and I guess I became aware or interested in ADHD when my older son was diagnosed. And so I started, trying to educate myself about ADHD, and found out about ADDA-SR. And it's just been so helpful being able to connect with other parents and families.
And understanding how to manage yourself, how to help others manage themselves, and how to understand the perspective of those struggling with ADHD is truly a lifelong process, from making adjustments during childhood and schooling all the way into adulthood and career. It's important to always be seeking information and to understand the learning difference or learning disability better.
Education reduces the stigma, and it also gives us an avenue to get the training we need to help our families and our students and our clients.
I think the real value of an organization like ADDA is they actually come into your community, and they have these wonderful support groups in many communities across Houston, and not just Houston, but the whole southern region, where folks who are impacted by ADD, ADHD can receive access in their community to wonderful professionals who can provide advice, either whether it's for children or for adults.